Niger Delta. To the breathtaking scenery of the plateau. In noonday and nighttime, we set out to bring to you captivating stories that evoke your emotions. For fascinating documentaries and reports on day-to-day issues with expert analysis, tune in to NTA News 24, DSTV Channel 419, GoTV Channel 26, StarTimes Channel 101 and 433, and Free TV Channel 703.
This is what happens when we elect public servants and don't tell them what to do for us. Voting is not the end. It is just the beginning.
On the news tonight, federal government pushes bold reform to tackle poverty and unemployment. Federal Road Safety Corps calls for strict compliance to traffic laws to minimize road crashes. Federal and Lagos state governments intensify efforts to reduce carbon gas emission. Good evening and welcome to NT Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. I am Lurame Milako Shorinke. Now we go to the news in details. The Minister of State for Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Dr. Yusuf Tanko Sununu, says the federal government is pushing bold reforms to restore public confidence by embracing transparency and tech-based policies. Highlighting achievements under the Tinubu administration, Dr. Sununu says empowering young Nigerians with relevant skills and breaking workplace biases are the heart of the ministry's renewed focus. Ekemini Williams has the details.
Innovation to direct impact. The Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction is repositioning how social protection works. Minister of State, Dr. Yusuf Tanko Sununu, says the ministry is now deploying technology to identify real beneficiaries for its cash transfer programs, cutting out middlemen and restoring trust. With support from the World Bank, the initiative targets more than 15 million vulnerable Nigerians, with $800 million already secured to sustain the intervention and widen its reach.
Now we do things based with application of technology that you can give you the chance to trace, track, and also verify. And that's why now you find that each whatever we are doing, we have to do it along with digital identities. We have reached millions of Nigeria, and also we come with the various projects that we are going to do in terms of imparting skills to the youth, that those skills will allow them to be their own independent employer that can later also increase the GDP of Nigeria. And not only that, we also succeeded through that program to remove job biases, because job biases in Nigeria is one of the major cause of poverty. You see a graduate with certificate in agriculture, in auto mechanic, in renewable energy, in digital world. But if you ask him, please go and establish a small shop. No, I wanted to be a clerical officer or somewhere in an office where he'll be earning less than 100,000. We are working with state government to see how much we can repatriate Nigerians who are outside the country to come back to voluntarily on the express interest to be resettled in the country, and that we have done with Borno State government. We have brought so far almost 7,000 Nigerians that are in Chad Republic.
Public affairs analyst Reverend David Ugolo believes transparency is key. As for the reforms to truly work, state governments must come on board and align the ministry's efforts to strengthen impact and delivery.
So we're also encouraging state government to also put some part of their resources on cash transfer program. And we are very happy that Delta State government now is trying to put some money for widows. And that for me is something that is remarkable. It's only when the local government, the state government, the federal government, and private sector come together. That's why we're going to have a sustainable development.
While acknowledging the hurdles still ahead, Reverend Golo commended the federal government's commitment to tackling poverty and promoting social welfare, calling it a step in the right direction towards long-term inclusion. In Abuja, Ekemini Williams, NTA.
Keen to turn the table against a silent killer of women in the country, Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has flagged off a new campaign partnership to eliminate cervical cancer in Nigeria, Peking. A strong collaboration that would scale down cancer and that is scourging against women in Nigeria. While unveiling the logo of the campaign at the banquet hall of the presidential villa, the First Lady noted that meeting the 2030 target on eliminating cervical cancer requires strategic and collaborative action. I missed that script up.
Must all prioritize women's health. Also, our schools and educational institutions need to be champions of immunization. In addition, it behoves on our religious and traditional leaders to advocate for truth and science. And yes, funding and a lot of resources is needed. That is why through the Renewed Hope Initiative, RHI, we have committed 1 billion naira to this effort. I call on all our state governors, business leaders, and development partners to join in supporting this laudable initiative. Together, we must invest in a future where no woman dies from a disease that is preventable.
As governor, we are not just supporting this initiative in principle. We are prepared to work. Therefore, on behalf of the 36 states of the Federation, I formally endorse this initiative and affirm our commitment.
Country. Under the Renew Hope agenda, 6 cancer centers of excellence are being established, one per geopolitical zone, to provide comprehensive cancer prevention services, diagnosis, and treatment. 3 of these centers are now ready for commissioning, while the remaining 3 will be commissioned on or before February 2026.
But when we invest in healthcare, there is a return on investment. And in addition, the infrastructure that we are going to put in place for cervical cancer will be the same infrastructure that we are going to use to treat prostate cancer, breast, all other cancers.
Moving on, inherited blood disorder advocates are pushing for comprehensive coverage of all kinds of blood disorder in health insurance scheme nationwide. This call emerged from a high-level meeting of inherited blood disorder advocates from across Africa, which took place in Abuja. Salama Kali Ibrahim reports.
If Nigeria gets it right with sickle cell disease, the global body would not get it right.
Sickle cell is one of the most common inherited blood disorders, with Nigeria bearing the highest global burden of the disease. Approximately 150,000 newborns are affected annually, and an estimated 6 million people in the country are living with the condition. Aliyu, a warrior turned advocate, has been battling sickle cell for 32 years, highlighting the challenges many face.
You can't imagine, it's unimaginable pain. I have undergone total hip replacement, which each and every sickle cell patient knows about it.
In Nigeria, access to treatment is a major issue, with cost being a significant barrier. To address this, the Global Action Network for Sickle Cell and Other Inherited Blood Disorders, in collaboration with Sickle Cell Nigeria, is leading the advocacy.
And that's the reason why we are asking for National Inherited Blood Disorders Day in every country, so we can have the awareness, visibility, and get more policy makers to have empathy around these disorders.
They need to have expert care, and it's expensive, and they pay out of pocket. They should be treated free. Those are the kind of laws that we want, laws that make sense.
And that's where advocacy comes in. Honestly, we cannot achieve much, if anything, without strong advocacy, both by the larger community and the community of patients themselves.
We need to stand up and speak up so that government can allocate more funds to addressing these two conditions in our country.
For better support and treatment for millions of people affected by sickle cell, thalassemia, hemophilia, and other inherited blood disorders. In Abuja, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA News.
The federal government, with collaboration with the Lagos state government, is set to begin the distribution of clean cookstove to millions of vulnerable households in Lagos to reduce carbon emission. Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, Ope George, disclosed this at a media briefing and inauguration of a national and state team for the distribution in Lagos. Joy Ken Ebakoya reports.
The partnership between the federal government, Lagos State Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget, and private partners will see 8 million clean cook stoves distributed across Lagos in the coming months. The initiative is part of a national rollout of 80 million cook stoves aimed at reducing carbon emissions, promoting clean energy access, and driving economic transformation.
We are setting the pace for climate-smart governance and sustainable development on the continent. Our collaboration with Greenprint reflects the Things Plus agenda in action, which is unlocking innovation, driving investments, and prioritizing people. And as Lagos leads as the anchor state, we reaffirm our commitment to transparency, accountability, and delivering lasting impact.
The project, backed by the Nigeria Climate Change Council, is expected to reduce deforestation and reliance on firewood, as well as create millions of green jobs nationwide.
This project is rooted in Nigeria's pioneering work under the CDM 2711, a UNFCCC registered clean cook stove initiative that demonstrated improved cooking technologies, economic and climate benefits.
It is of global importance and paramount importance to every government of the world to ensure that we leave behind a habitable and livable planet for future generations.
Lagos State will kick off the first phase of distribution on the 25th day of June 2025 in Makoko, a low-income waterfront community. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abapoya, NTA News.
We have more stories on our bulletin. Please stay with us as we go on a quick short break.
I am trying to recharge this my prepaid. It's giving me problem. For some time I don't have light. Chifu, why are you still suffering yourself? Why not try solar? That one, the one they put for me last time, give me so many problems. It did not work and they just wasted my money. Chief, go for Bifrost and Xantres American tubular battery. Original, with sun approval. We also have Super Xantres inverters. Xantres solar battery, Xantres panel, MPPT controller, Toba, solar fridge, solar street light, marketed by AC Blessed Nigeria Limited. Visit them at S10 and 11 AC Blessed Plaza by Alaba Rago Junction in Alaba International Market, Lagos. Bifrost and Xantres America available in all leading electrical shops nationwide. Ring them on 0803 6830 557 or 0803 9644 115. Bifrost and Xantres America. Solar, power solar.
At Solar Plastics, customers' needs are our priority. We give you all the attention you need. With us, our customers are king. Located at kilometer 40, Lagos Abeokuta Expressway, Ijoko, Ogun State. Solar Plastics Limited. We're just a phone call away. Contact us through 080-2783-5332. You can reach us through any of our lines and social media handles. Solar Plastics Limited. Come, let us treat you like a king.
Part of its core project for the 2024-2025 Lions Year, the Ikeja Metro Lions Club under District 404B2 has donated 5 fully equipped toilet units to Ifako-Ijaye Comprehensive High School in a bid to improve sanitation and hygiene within the school community. Omateri Chiedu brings us the details of the report.
A few months ago, students of Ifako-Ijaye Comprehensive High School faced a severe challenge, answering nature's call as they are often met with unhygienic and inadequate toilet facilities. But that has changed thanks to magnanimous intervention of the Ikeja Metro Lions Club. The club donated 5 fully equipped toilet units to the school as part of our core humanitarian project aimed at improving the well-being of students. At the commission,
the Metro Lions Club through Ifako-Ijaye Senior Comprehensive High School. This project, as we know, is the building of a 5 ultra-modern unit toilet for the students and staff of this school. This project hopes to eradicate open defecation. This project hopes to promote good hygiene among the students and staff. So we are happy and glad that this project is coming at this time to this school.
The president of the Ikeja Metro Lions Club, Lion Chikeze Akeze, affirms the club's commitment to community service. He noted that the project is a response to a visible need and a step towards creating a healthier learning environment.
Apart from being able to get the fund, going through the process, of approval and the likes, and mobilizing your members to be able to do this, I think it's taking a whole lot of job, and because of that alone, I'm very, very grateful.
We assess the need of the school, and from our assessment, we're able to get that they need the toilet facilities for the students. That is why, as Lions, we pull out our resources together to be able to do this.
The school management and students expressed gratitude to the club, assuring that the new facilities will be well maintained.
I want to say on behalf of the Lagos State Governor that we appreciate their good work and we want to encourage others to follow suit.
We have our plans already mapped out, how we are going to share it to students who will maintain it, and it's going to be maintained and supervised. So we have teachers who will supervise each of the rooms.
They donating this toilet is very innovative and it's very thoughtful of them because it will ease the students convenience.
Before it was quite unbearable. I had to hold my urine till I get to my house. Right now I can comfortably use the new toilet.
The club also used the occasion to call on other non-governmental organizations to support government by filling similar gaps in education and infrastructure. In Lagos, Ometerechi Edu, NTA News.
On another report, reducing road crashes is not just about traffic laws and patrols, it's about shared responsibility. That was the message from the Federal Road Safety Corps, which is calling on both drivers and passengers to work together for safer road. Speaking on Good Morning Nigeria, FRSC Public Education Officers Segun Ogungbemide said safety initiatives for drivers are important, but so is passengers' vigilance. He emphasized that commuters must speak up and challenge reckless drivers when they see it. Ogungbemide also highlighted the ongoing collaboration between the FRSC and various road safety advocacy groups and other stakeholders, noting progress in enforcement and public education. However, he stressed a lingering challenge, which is road users sometimes harasses personnel in line of duty. To address this, he advocated arming FRSC officers to strengthening enforcement capacity and enhancing the safety on the road.
Responsibility to caution him.
Let us join Olumide Eguntola as our guide.
Nigeria's Chukwu Ebuka Enekwechi delivered an impressive performance at the Cittadella Quisia Athletics Meet in Italy. The shot put specialist recorded a season-best throw of 21.62 meters, securing third place on the podium. Enekwechi's strong effort saw him finish behind Italy's Zenwe, who won the event with a throw of 21.84 meters, and American Roger Steen, who claimed second with 21.77 meters. In football, the Super Eagles of Nigeria are scheduled to hold first training session Tuesday in Moscow, ahead of the international friendly match against Russia on Friday Unity Cup tournament. More players are expected to join the team's training camp. The friendly match against Russia is part of the team's preparation for the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. In grassroots football development, Advanced Dreams Academy has qualified for the finals of the ongoing Prosperity Cup. The team defeated Bayelsa United Feeders 5-1 penalties after a goalless draw in regulation time. Timinipri OAR reports that with the win, Advanced Dreams FC will battle former champions EGMFC at the final of the tournament.
Kudos to His Excellency, Senator Dore Diri, for this initiative. For them to have been able to sustain this tournament up to this moment, I'm very happy.
I'm very proud of my boys. Twice we lost at the semi-final stage. Just one step, we'll have to go back home and walk again.
In cricket, Nigeria's senior women's cricket team, the female Yellow Greens, are in Kigali, Rwanda, to participate in the 2025 Kwibuka Cricket Tournament scheduled for June 3rd. This is Nigeria's sixth participation in the annual event in honor of victims of the 1994 genocide in Rwanda. With sports update, Olumide Eguntola, NTA News.
Well, that's all on the English segment of the news tonight, as Oluwaseyi Adeshola Kinlade is on translation. Thank you for joining us. Have a good evening.
Ẹ kú àṣálẹ́, ẹ sì kú dédé àsìkò yìí. Èyí ni àṣàyàn ìròyìn tó wọlé tàn yín wá láti iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìjọba àpapọ̀ ìkànnì kẹwàá tó wà ní agbègbè Tẹ́jú Òṣó ní ìlú Èkó. Olúwaṣèyí Adéṣọlá Akínládé lóníròyìn, ìròyìn rèé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Mínísítà tó ń ṣe kò kárí ètò àlàáfíà ìlú àti iléeṣẹ́wọ̀gbẹ́ Dr. Yusuf Tanko Sonunu wípé ìjọba àpapọ̀ sa agbára láti mú kí àwọn èèyàn ìlú ní ìgbàgbọ́ tó yanrantí nínú mímú ìlànà ètò ìṣèjọba lókùnkùn. Ní ìgbà tó ń sọ ọlọ́kan-ò-jọ̀kan àwọn àṣeyọrí tí ìṣèjọba Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ti gbé ṣe, Dókítà Sùnúnù sọ wípé ríró àwọn ọ̀dọ́ lágbára ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà pẹ̀lú ètò iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ tó ṣe fìyàngàn ní àwùjọ ni ó jẹ́ ọ̀wọ́n ní ogún ní àkókò yìí. Pẹ̀lú ètò iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ tó ṣe fìyàngàn ní àwùjọ pàtàkì tó jẹ́ ẹ̀ka àwọn ológun, akọ̀ròyìn wa Ekemini Williams ló mú àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn náà wá. Ọ̀nà láti dínà dídá ẹ̀mí àwọn obìnrin légbodò láìtọ́jọ́ lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Obìnrin àkọ́kọ́ nílẹ̀ yìí, aya ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà Olúrẹ̀mí Tinubu, ti gbé àsíá ìpolongo tuntun àti ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ kalẹ̀ láti ṣẹ́gun àrùn jẹjẹrẹ ojú ara ní Nàìjíríà, ní èyí tí ó máa jẹ́ kí àrùn jẹjẹrẹ ojú ara kí ó dínkù jọjọ ní àárín àwọn obìnrin ilẹ̀ yìí. Nígbà tí wọ́n ṣí aṣọ lójú àsíá ìpolongo yìí ní gbọ̀ngàn ní ilé ààrẹ, obìnrin àkọ́kọ́ ṣàlàyé pé àfojúsùn ọdún 2030 ló wà ní ọkàn àyà wọn láti gbógun ti àrùn jẹjẹrẹ ojú ara. Ọ̀kan pàtàkì nínú ìlànà ètò ọdún 2024 sí ọdún 2025 tó jẹ́ ètò ìlànà àwọn ẹgbẹ́ Ìkẹjà Metro Lions Club lábẹ́ àkóso 404B2 ti ṣe ìfilọ́lẹ̀ ilé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀ 5 ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ fún ilé ẹ̀kọ́ Ìfàkọ̀ Ìjàyè Comprehensive High School láti mú agbègbè tó lórin wá sí agbègbè ilé ẹ̀kọ́ àti láti mú ètò ìmọ́tótó lókùnkúndùn ní agbègbè náà. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Ọmọ́tẹ̀rẹ̀ Chinedu ló mú àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn náà wá. À ń lọ lónìí o, a ò ní rìn àrìnrá ní àṣẹ Ìdùmarè. Èmi Olúwaṣèyí Adéṣọlá Akínládé ló wí pé a ti gbọ́ ìròyìn tòní ní ìrọ̀rùn, tọ̀la kò ní ṣe ẹ̀yìn wa. Ẹ ṣé tẹ̀ ń tẹ́tí sí wa. Ó dàbọ̀.
Excellence, station with a difference, station of the people. NTA Lagos Channel 10. For information and education, for all round entertainment.